what is our investor profile? What kind of investor what's watching right now online and he knows like, hey, I really want to invest in impact tech, but how I know that I'm in the right profile? What are we looking for?
Yes, as I already mentioned to you and all other partners, financial industry is basically all around trust. And we would like to see investors trusting us, trusting our experience, basically trusting our knowledge, tools, and of course the information we are providing and we are using. Nevertheless, we need to remember that we are working in a regulated market, and it means that we need to be absolutely transparent if we are talking regarding the attraction of funds, and transparent where we are investing with all necessary checks, which is basically stipulated by the regulator. And we also need to remember the fund and the fund manager will be supervised from local supervision authorities. So basically then this is a transparency, the professional investor. We have set minimum entry ticket as 1.5 million. So basically we are focusing on professional investors this time.
Yeah, and maybe in the future it's a little bit different, but this time we're choosing this kind of profile. Okay, I all the time repeat that Lauris will come, Lauris will tell. So tell us, what kind of exit strategy is a bit different, and what we learn from our friends in the venture capital market, them plus, them minus, how we get smarter. So basically, why we choose this kind of exit strategy and what kind of it is.
I need to say that basically we are not just differentiate our exit strategy. Most probably our exits might be quite standardized, but what we differentiate ourselves is actually that we are building investment and exit strategy. So basically from the day one when we are investing in specific startup, we already need to understand how we will exit from this investment. What should be appropriate return, taking it into account our investment, holding periods and other parameters and metrics. And taking into account also our knowledge within the industry, knowledge into the transaction structuring, understanding what are the specific tools we can use in shortest time frame or in longest periods. Basically, we can pick up the best exit strategy for each of our investment. And you have already shown to participants our commitment on return. And this is exactly what we are working on within our strategy, that what are the tools we will use during alongside the investment process that we actually can be able to get higher, on average, higher returns. If we are looking on some technical parameters, of course, our investment stake within specific startups should not be less than 10%. If we are managing to acquire such volumes, so basically we can utilize a lot of tools already known into financial markets that basically to exit with appropriate valuations and appropriate structures.
So basically we are very pragmatic how we investing. We're choosing the best, let's say, schools what are in this venture capital market. We learning, and what we're seeing is that venture capital, let's say accelerators, what we see in the Baltic states and in Central Eastern Europe, and I'm sure in other regions is the same, that they have problems with the exit, that they so much input in growing the startup, they know how and everything, and then where is the exit, there is struggling. So we want to create this fund to help the best startups get the money, not to get out from the accelerator and like, voila, now you need to go to the real life and find investors. We want that all the time. It's very transparent fund, and you can check it out all the time, the startups. So go together with from beginning with the startup.